Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of our Instagram Live session. My name, like I always say, has not changed. My name remains Azuh, Arinze, and my guest this beautiful and wonderful morning is Mr. Yomi Badejo-Okusanya. Mr. Badejo-Okusanya, or YBO, like his friends and admirers affectionately call him, is a PR guru and group managing director of CMC Connect, one of the leading PR firms in Nigeria. A man of sartorial elegance. I mean, you can see what I'm talking about here. And one of the huge apostles of bow tie. You know, he's always wearing one. He is married to the elegant and delectable lawyer Oyin, and they are blessed with a wonderful son. The president of Public Relations and Communications Association, the world's largest professional PR body, the consummate PR practitioner, read history at the University of Benin and began his career in 1988 with CT&A, a Lagos-based advertising agency. A fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, past president of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, Lagos State Chapter, president, African Public Relations Association, friends, fans, followers. Join me as I welcome to this morning Instagram live session. Egbo YBO, like I call him. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is the YesNG TV. THEYESNG TV. What exactly does PR mean?
Well, there are definitions of public relations, and I think this is a question I do get asked most times. There's what you call the most common definition of public relations is what you describe as the Mexican statement, and it describes it, and I'm not speaking verbatim. The Mexican statement in Mexico, and that has been the guide. And basically, what it says is that it's a planned, deliberate effort at influencing, actions and thinking of people. It is planned, it is very deliberate, it is sustained. And I would read it verbatim to you in a while, but maybe let me quickly say that one of the critical things that we need to know is that many things that we refer to as public relations is not public relations. Public relations is not about bribe giving, it's not about bribe taking. Public relations is not about protocol. Public relations is not about gratification in that sense. Public relations is not about protocol or procuring the services of young damsels for people who are in high positions. And, so you hear this every time, people saying that, oh, I am doing PR, I am doing PR. It is very wrong. It is not agreed. It is planned. It's sustained. And like I said, in a minute, I will be reading that Mexican statement to you verbatim, so that you can you can understand what the definition of PR is.
Okay.
Okay. So
Right.
let me just share it with you. Or let me say this: public relations is an art and it's a social science of science. It is about analyzing trends. I'm trying to get to to you the real statement, so I can read it to you verbatim, and I'm not quoted as having, plagiarized or done something wrong. Let's go on. I will bring it back to you. I had it up here in a minute, and somehow or the other I seem to have lost it. But I will read it to you as the progress.
So that you get it. All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Now,
There
what?
it is. The Mexican statement, as agreed by the World Assembly of Public Relations Association in Mexico City in August 1978, reads: Public relations practice is the art and social science of analyzing trends, underline, analyzing trends, predicting their consequences, counseling organization leaders, and implementing planned programs of action which will serve both the organization and the public interest. This is the African statement. A few years ago, the African Public Relations Association gathered in Gaborone in Botswana, and we came up with our own version of what we call the Gaborone Statement for Public Relations. And before the end of the program, I would also bring that up to you. But I need you to please. It's the art and social science, analyzing trends, because predicting their consequences, counseling organization leaders, and implementing planned programs of action which will serve both the organization and the public interest. I say this with every sense of responsibility, especially when we come to our brothers like you, Azuh, in the media, where many times people have mixed up media services with public relations services. There are similarities, and a lot of similarities, and I'm one of those people that say that media executives or journalists, you've got the fundamentals of what you can take on to be a public relations practitioner, but it just goes beyond just reporting media, and I think you will agree with me with some of the with the definition of the Mexican statement that I just shared, that it just goes beyond reporting. Yeah.
Interesting. So, what differentiates PR from advertising?
Well, first and foremost, advertising is what you can almost call half. It's marketing driven. First and foremost, it's marketing driven, and largely you pay for that advertising. So, take for instance, you're taking out a full page in a newspaper. You're taking out some spots either on radio or TV, or even on social media platforms, as the case is now, or even on outdoor. So it's core. It is core. So I will create a material, I will buy space, and I will do it. Now, the difference between it is the degree of believability. So people then think that no company will take out advertising space and speak disparagingly about itself. Now, public relations is about more of what you call third party. So it's not in your face. It is the kind of thing that, so let me take, for instance, a candidate wants to run for office. The difference between a candidate saying that I am good, or people saying this person is good. So when we talk about public relations, we talk about a lot about influencers, how influencers can work and operate in such a way that it makes believability higher. So the fundamental difference is that while advertising is paid for space and the person is promoting himself directly, as you see with what you call like third-party endorsements or third-party ratification.
Interesting.